The Elements of Non-Euclidean Geometry by D.M.Y. Sommerville.
Chapter 1, Historical. Section 14, The Discovery of Non-Euclidean Geometry. Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky, 1793 to 1856, professor of mathematics at Kazan, was interested in the theory of parallels from at least 1815. Lecture notes of the period 1815 to 1817 are extant, in which Lobachevsky attempts in various ways to establish the Euclidean theory. He proves Legendre's two propositions and employs also the ideas of direction and infinite areas. In 1823, he prepared a treatise on geometry for the use in the university, but it obtained so unfavorable a report that it was not printed. The manuscript remained buried in the university archives until it was discovered and printed in 1909. In this book, he states that a rigorous proof of the postulate of Euclid has not hitherto been discovered. Those which have been given may be called explanations, and do not deserve to be considered as mathematical proofs in the full sense. Just 3 years afterwards, he read to the physical and mathematical section of the University of Kazan a paper entitled Exposition succincte des principes de la géométrie avec une démonstration rigoureuse du théorème des parallèles. In this paper, the manuscript of which has unfortunately been lost, Lobachevsky explains the principles of his imaginary geometry, which is more general than Euclid's, and in which two parallels can be drawn to a given line through a given point, and in which the sum of the angles of a triangle is always less than two right angles. In the course of a busy life, Lobachevsky wrote some half-dozen extensive memoirs expounding the new geometry. The first of these were in Russian and therefore inaccessible. In 1840, he tried to reach a wider circle with a small book in German entitled Geometrische Untersuchungen zur Theorie der Parallellinien, and just before his death, he wrote a summary of his researches under the title Pan-Geometry, which he put into French and contributed to the memorial volume published at the jubilee of his own university.
The Elements of Non-Euclidean Geometry. This book was written by D.M.Y. Sommerville, M.A. and Doctor of Science. It was published by the Open Court Publishing Company, London, G. Bell & Sons, Ltd. in 1919, and now is in the public domain. It is being read by Jim Renholt, with programming and illustrations by Jim Renholt in 2019. Thank you for listening.